Hey guys, so here's a breakdown of Ryan versus Jimenez. I'm gonna do a couple short little videos pointing out a few key details, right? So here he's cross-faced with the knee on belly, and he slides it into mount, right? So watch in full speed, boom, and then he gets that slide over into mount. Now let's go ahead and watch that back in slow-mo, pointing out a couple details here. So we're in the classic cross-face position, right? You can see shoulder pressure on the chin, locked hands, right? And he's got the underhook. And then we go forward, right? Pressure there. See, Jimenez is posting his hand on Gordon's knee to block the pass, or block the mount, right? So Gordon wants to get that hand up, so he attacks the other hand, distracts Jimenez. Jimenez starts to bring his hand up. Now look right there. Look how Gordon uses his head to turn Jimenez's head the other way, right? And that's going to allow him to get more pressure in this underhook here and drive this up a little bit more. He posts on his head because Jimenez is going to try to roll him towards the camera, right? Jimenez comes down to block the knee again. Gordon's like, no, not going to mount yet. He's going to control this underhook, and he's going to clear that arm in a second. So watch Gordon's left hand over here, right, and his arm. He's going to go back and fight for the other side underhook, the near side underhook. Goes there. Jimenez comes up to deal with that. His arm's up. He's staying connected to Gordon's arm. Gordon's going to pummel his arm through. He's trying to pummel his arm through. No dice. Right, so watch here. As Gordon pulls his elbow back, watch how this little forearm grip just on the back of his head, it's not even a grip, it's just friction from his forearm. He uses that to turn Jimenez's face towards the camera, and look how he pulls his shoulder offline, right? So Jimenez's shoulder's going up and his head is going back this way, boom, and that makes this elbow super weak, right? And now Gordon can start to drive the elbow up. Look how he drives the elbow up. So it's the head control pulling Jimenez's head off axis, right? You notice he's going to start to face the camera, right? And Gordon's pulling Jimenez's head back that way with a little bit of movement, and that's going to drive this, allow this elbow to come up high and drive. And then now Gordon will start to finish his mount sequence. You see from this side, as you watch this foot will slide out of the way as he goes to mount. He'll slap the shoelaces on the deck there, boom, and now he controls the mount and he settles in to create pressure on Jimenez with chest to face, right? Notice Gordon's using this elbow control here, elbow to elbow control, to keep that underhook, and he's not really using his head like he's going for a head and arm choke, right? He's using his head to pummel the wrist into position, and then you'll see Gordon use his shoulder to drive. Yeah, look at the head palm, right? So he's palming on the head this way to push the head this way, and he's going to push the elbow that way and squeeze Jimenez's head and ear together, arm and ear together. Right, look at that. Grabs the head, pulls, settles into a chest over face position, taking away Jimenez's breath. Freaking classic. And he just keeps fighting for that underhook, letting Jimenez spend a lot of energy pulling that arm out. Walks it up a little bit, spider walks. Look at that shoulder pressure here. Gordon driving his shoulder down to get that arm into position he wants. Right. elbow to elbow position, grabbing his head. He can use this hand to grab the tricep if he wants. He just rides him here for a while. Right. Here we'll go back to
grips. This is dangerous.
Yeah, Gordon's right where he wants to be, and also we should point out that the pressure on Roberto's neck from Gordon's left arm is also immense. It's an extremely uncomfortable position here as the hips also drive down into Roberto's hips. This is basically one of the worst places you can be in jiu-jitsu with Gordon Ryan.
Well, Gordon weighed in a little bit lighter than we've seen him sometimes. He was a svelte 200.
All right, just keeps putting the pressure on. No rush. Holding Jimenez down. Right, great sequence. Look, and now, as soon as he bridges and gets his arm free, Gordon doesn't mind, right? He just goes back to doing what he wants to do, which is going into this high mount, right? And then he goes into this sit-up mount.
Definitely in a better scenario than he
And
was
then we'll
earlier.
go ahead and stop there for a second.
Forcing Gordon to start